Touched Yeah, welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. We've got a great show today. We've got important news for the drone community. Both commercial and hobbyists are affected. But before we do that, it's time for a few new jokes or some old jokes from the trusty 1001 one-liners and short jokes. A rear admiral fell into a vat of freshly whipped cream this morning. He was later piped aboard his ship. Yeah. Support bacteria. They're the only culture some people have. Ooh. Alrighty. And 69% of people find something obscene in every sentence. Yeah. Alright, let's skip around. What do you call a Spaniard who had his car stolen? Carlos. Jose will get that joke. Yeah, you'll like that one. Maybe even David Lorenzo. Alright. A lot of people say I'm egocentric, but enough about them. Yeah. Can deaf people tell the difference between a yawn and a scream? Yeah. I ate a plowman's lunch at the weekend. He didn't look too happy about it. I guess that's just more weird English humor, who knows. I'm so poor I can't even pay attention. Yeah. I just made a killing selling my share in nitrous oxide market. I'll be laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah. I'm amazed at how many people go to Ascot when it's windy. Still hats off to them. More English humor. Light travels faster than sound. That's why some people appear bright until you hear them speak. Oh, yeah. Alright. Alright, just a couple more and then we'll get this show on the road. I was once bitten on the backside by a German Shepherd, but he apologized and introduced me to his dog. Yeah. What do you call a magic dog? A labracadabrador. Oh boy. One more and we're going. Some dogs are pointer. Mine's a nudger. He's too polite to point. Yes, he is. It's alrighty. Let's put that down there. Few changes in the show tonight. Chuck is out of town. He's with his lovely wife, Lori. They're in the Catskills, so he may pop in a little later. Also, Jim Beauchart, he's also out of town. He's got other things he's doing, so hopefully he could pop in a little later. And James is from My PI Dream is going to jump in a little while. He is back home here in the United States. He's at his home in South Carolina at Charleston, South Carolina area. So, and maybe a little later, Adrian might pop in, and Chris Hope, who knows who will pop in. All right, let's get going on this show. So, Bill is going to join us in a second. He had to run to the restroom, and hopefully his bidet is working. Hey, he's got clean hands. That's good to see. But hey, let's welcome to the show Bill, all the way from Port St. Lucie, Florida. It's the ever energetic Bill Ronayne.
Hey, how you? What is this? Telling people I'm in the bathroom? Is that? I don't understand. What a great introduction. I heard Johnny Carson use that line many times. Coming up next, fresh from
Coming
the
up next.
toilet.
Yep.
Buddy Hackett, fresh from the toilet.
Yep.
So anyway, hi Art. How are you?
Hi. Hey, good to see you. Your mic is a wee bit hot.
You're a wee bit high. Hold on. How about that?
That's what she said. Much better. Much better. So.
Penetration. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So our illustrious president is talking about more drone rules to give more authority to local and states and federal to put more restrictions on drone flyers. Or they really want to control is those who might use drones in a bad way. So.
Well, I saw that, and that's how they're phrasing it now, and that's how they always start out, with very reasonable statements, and very, only drones that pose a threat to our infrastructure and people and so on and so forth in our government. But that expands, that I mean, it's great. They really shouldn't, nobody should be flying drones over the White House. Nobody should be flying drones over the Pentagon. We understand all that, and we already have those. Those laws are already in place. So why do we have to go to local government? Because we can't fly near the courthouse in Port St. Lucie. I mean, what are we going to see? So it's part of the whole slippery slope. But like this new Ministry of Disinformation that they're, or disinformation governance. How easily it could become the Ministry of Disinformation, and it will, by the way.
Yep.
Because free speech, freedom of the air, freedom of Congress, freedom of association, it's all going out the window under this administration.
Yep.
So, and now it's affecting our hobbies. My toy drone is now becoming a threat to my neighbors, apparently.
Yep.
They did mention
249 grams of it.
Yeah, well, they've mentioned privacy in the thing as well. Or part of his speech he said the word privacy. So let's see what they start doing about that. Oh yeah, the word privacy, because we're peeking in through people's chimneys to see what.
Oh yeah. Right. Thelma Lou, we're gonna look at her 10-piece. Oh boy. Woo-hoo. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. And then I saw some knucklehead online just blurt out, those Chinese drones are nothing but spy drones. Good luck and have fun with them. I was like, spy drones. Yeah, that's what my Mini 2 is. It's a spy drone. That's what my Air 2S is. It's a more complex spy drone than my Mini 2.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, and heavier, because the Chinese are very interested in the catfish in the river down the street, whereas where I fly half the time, and because I don't know what they're thinking. I really don't. I mean, unless they're worried about them gaining my credit card information, over my phone. But that's not a national security concern. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about, to be honest with you. That's the chance we all take when we install apps on our devices. So,
yep. They want to make sure that we're putting the right ingredients in that Peking duck.
Duck. There was a drone. Duck. The Peking duck. I did. Notice the article where DJI said they're no longer going to do business with Russia?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Or Ukraine, to be fair. Yeah. They're going to stay out of it completely. So we'll see if they follow up on that. So
yeah,
that was an interesting thing. Mm-hmm. What did Max here 20 say about Chinese drones, David? I'm sorry, I was reading it.
Yeah, I was going to, let's say hello to the folks in the chat. We've got David Lorenzo, Jody Drone Shot, and Wedge and Big, and Alan Drone Views Media all the way from Ireland, Stephen Drones, and Johnny DRC, and Chris Wedgeworth, Grant Mr. Stay Drunk, all the way from Down Under, Charles Galuski, and Jose Mendez Drone Op. Good to see. Oh, look who popped in. It is Greg Oz by drone. Good to see you, sir. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Did somebody give me a? Oh, thank you so much, Johnny Mac. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. And then we have not Johnny Mac 26 and Gene Fox, Green Mountain Droning. Welcome, welcome. And we got a good crowd so far. Starting off the bat here. And Trevor Fuss, all the way another chap from down under. Yep. Alrighty.
Okay, I was reading it. I heard they're going to tax peanut butter whiskey. They already do. government taxes all liquors. By the way, it's already there. You know,
Yep.
they actually, in fact, higher gas prices supposedly lowers the national debt. By the way, because it increases the percentage of tax the government collects. So they have more than one. They claim they want higher gas prices so we use less fuel because they care about they know we still have to use the same amount of fuel we use anyway. It's bullshit because I still got to go to. Honey, I'm only going to drive halfway to work because the gas prices are higher. I'm only going to go halfway to my dad's house because the gas prices are higher. They collect more money, and that's what they want. They want more money, more money, more money because they have to pay for more stuff.
Yeah, most stuff. Yep. Got more money for those transfer payments. Yeah.
And they got to come up with the money somewhere to forgive all the college debts that these people signed up for.
Yeah,
why should they be forced to pay off their debts like I did?
Yep. Yeah, back when I went to school, I paid for everything. Yep.
Yeah.
So didn't have any debt when I finished. But that was back in the late 80s before college got really way out of control and expensive.
I think it's expensive now. Wait till you start forcing banks to cancel debts, and I mean I don't know where that money's going to come from, but it's gonna, well, yeah, I do know it's going to come from you and you and you over there and you over there. Now, not the people that are actually buying the furtherance of their education and benefiting from it. It's going to come from you, but of course they'll be your future doctors. That's the argument. It's baloney.
That's right. Hey, we got Mike B, aka the Drone Ranger. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. So that's what's going on, and we've got the Mini 3. I guess that got pushed back. That's coming out in around the 10th of May. It's supposed to come out.
That's what I heard. Don't be surprised if it's June. It ends up being June. So many people ordered the big boy, the 3, the Mavic 3, even though they were warned that it wasn't complete, but you could buy it anyway if you want to, and then bitched and cried to high heavens that it wasn't ready after they bought it, knowing that it wasn't ready, that they don't want that situation anymore, and they don't need to be in that situation. People are still buying the Mini 2 in droves. They still have them available, so why rush? So, and here's the thing, though. I mean, there's still going to be probably a couple of glitches. Android 12 came out how many months ago, and it has glitches. I mean, that's just the way it is. Why do they keep having the vaunted Apple ecosystem is constantly doing updates? Why are they constantly doing updates if it's perfect when it first comes out? Because it's not because it's not all things to all people. Apple has the best chance because they've only got one system to work with, unlike Android, which is meant to work with this company's phone and that company's phone and this company's tablet and that company's tablet and this company's phone, and which makes it's like Microsoft. Oh, it's got so many bugs in Windows. That's because it works with this company's motherboard and that company's motherboard and that one. And whereas Apple can write their code for their products, and yet they still have to do updates anyway. So you got to hard work. You got to give credit where it's due to make it work so well. Anyway.
Yep, that's right. And I just don't see the Mini 3 as anything that I would need. I'm happy with my Air 2 and my Mavic 2 Pro. I'm happy with those. I'm about ready to sell my Mavic Airs, and got enough use out of those, and they're just sitting around.
I'm on the fence. I'd like to have one, no doubt. I would like to have one. Am I going to spend the 12? Because I'm not going to buy the lesser one. I want to buy the $1,250 one, and I have that new controller and everything. But really, I'm holding off buying a new video card for my computer. I'm still working with my 1060, and their prices are up out of the window. I just can't keep throwing $1,200 here and $1,500 there. I just bought a new phone.
Right.
I can wait. It'll be out. I'm not a leading edge website, or a YouTube channel.
Right.
I doubt having one of the first Mini 3s online is going to turn Uncle Bill's Toys into your channel, Art. But as the guys are going to get it first, they're going to be the first ones to review it, and first ones to talk about it, first ones to piss on it, and well, that's how you get your hits, that's how you get your views, and I don't know, I'd kind of like to have it. I'd like to have that and the Air 2S, and maybe I would sell the Mini 2. Got a perfectly good Mini 2 that works really well, and put that towards the cost of it. I don't know. Let's see. The only reason, and the reason I'm saying that is, if it's as good at night, as they say it's going to be, well, then frankly, as long as it's not windy, and it's less windy at night typically, maybe I would use that in low light situations instead of the Air 2S. But I can bet that the Air 2S is going to be better during the day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then,
it's been windy as hell here in Colorado lately. Today's been a pretty good day. Tomorrow I'm gonna do some flying. Tomorrow I gotta get out and do some flying. But I do have a giveaway that's coming up in 3 weeks. I'm giving away an action camera, SJ Cam 4000, that has Wi-Fi, and it has motion detection on it, which is really cool.
That's cool.
But the downside, it's 1080p, which is not too bad. Takes good.
Fine.
I mean, I've got a video out there of when I got it. There was an SD card in it, and it had photos and videos in there, and I made a video about it, and the pictures turned out pretty darn nice.
Well, I have a 1080p webcam, but I'm being right now. This is 720, and look how nice I look.
Okay.
Don't I look handsome in 720p?
Yeah.
Anyway, no, it's fine for YouTube working like that. Mini 3 too rich for me. Yeah, and I totally understand that, because we've gotten used to DJI putting out excellent quality products for less money, and like I said, the Mini 2 at $450 and Fly More at $600, and you really, aside from people who really want to take it to the next level or take it to a different level, and David says 720p makes me look younger. Well, thank you so much. I've got a comment about peeing, but 720p. What was I saying? Oh, they're used to those. They're used to those really inexpensive. But you know what? If we want that next level, I mean, Johnny was talking about Johnny John for the other day. We want the next level. We want this. We want we want obstacle avoidance. We want a larger sensor for our camera. We want this. We want that. And you pay for all that stuff. A good SLR camera is going to go for 4, 5, 6 times what this drone's going to cost. So I mean, I'm not comparing it to an SLR camera as far as quality is concerned, but really,
Mhm.
for what we can see in our most of us can see in our, I don't have a 4K monitor, or 8K monitor, like great. I look great at anything at 144p. It look
That's great, Mike.
Nobody knows, Mike, because nobody has seen your face.
Yeah, that's
He hides behind his
mhm.
motorcycle icon there. But anyway, it's been on my channel, but all I heard was his voice. He's got a quite voice, Mike. He does. He sounds like what's that actor? That deep voiced cowboy actor. On eight, he's on
Sam
1880.
Elliott.
See, he sounds just like Sam Elliott. Honest to God, if he was using Sam Elliott's face for the icon with it. Oh my God, it is Sam Elliott. No, it's not. Anyway, hi Max, how you doing? Hi Robert. God, all the good ones are in here.
Yeah, we're all
Gene
popping up.
Fox. When was the last time you saw Gene Fox?
Oh, he's been busy lately, and he's
Yeah.
good to see him pop in, and he's watching. I think he's more listening because he's working right now.
Is he?
Yep.
Well, I apologize in advance. Then you don't get you're trying to work and you're listening to this. I'm sorry. Did you tell jokes when I was in the bathroom?
Yep.
Sorry, I missed them.
I bet you were. Yeah.
I was. It could have helped things out for me. I could have just laughed them out. Anyway, Wedge and Big. I met him online already. He seems like a nice young fella. Yeah, hit the thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Yeah, don't
and hey, if you want to throw in a few bucks for super chat, those are good. Yep. Will be even more entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah. No, as soon as I get some more booze in me, I'll be good.
So you should see me last night on Matt Northeast. God, I had a few shots of that white whiskey.
I was there.
Boy.
I was there.
You were there.
Yes, I was there. In fact, I was the first one to text, I'll join you to Chris when he said he was going to pull out the crown. And I said, I'll join you. And I went to go get my Screwball peanut butter whiskey because that's all I happen to have right now. So I went to go get it. And I saw you pull out that white whiskey. What was it? What was it? K Clan or what was it called? What was the brand? White whiskey.
It's white whiskey by Bear Creek.
Good. White
Bear
Supremacy.
Creek.
Bear Creek. I know. I'm only kidding. I saw that and white whiskey, and you got that, and you had yourself a good at least 4 or 5 shots of that, and we got to see it. We got to see those shots a second time.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That's what we got to see. Was Artie. Man's got to know his limitations. I said Chuck was getting a little half a bag on there too, if I recall, because he was drinking Crown Black. See, I was there, saw the whole thing. And then Chris, God bless him, was like nothing to him. You go, all right, fellas, maybe you should slow down.
Yeah, it was a fun show last night. I really had a lot of fun with Adrian because I don't think he was on last week. That's why everybody stayed around so late for my show.
Last week, you mean, not last night?
Yeah, last week.
Wait, when was he on?
Oh.
When was that?
Well, he's usually on an hour after I start. But last week
the night you were, what night was that?
Last night, Adrian was on Matt's.
You weren't drinking last night.
Yeah, I was drinking last night.
That was last night?
Yeah, that was
when you drank too much?
Mm-hmm.
What? Wasn't last night, Art. Did you just sober up?
No, I think you just sobered up.
Nah, don't give me too much credit.
Hey, we got Warren at your show. Good to see you. Another one of our Irish friends. Good to see you.
Who? Warren?
Yeah, Akira show. He's from Ireland.
Ekarasha is from Ireland?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Are you sure? He's always online.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Drone Views.
Drone
Akira
Views.
show is from Dayton, Ohio.
Drone
Yeah,
Views
that's
Media.
right.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. Yeah.
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 Boy.
Drone Views Media's got some beautiful footage. Why do we call it footage? It hasn't been footage in decades. He's got some beautiful shots. We could call them shots. Speaking of which, shot of Ireland. I just what a someday. That's not alcohol. Don't even joke.
No.
No, that's your spit cup in case you decide to get crazy and drink some more. You can put it into that instead of your waste basket next to your desk. Hope it's not like a wicker waste basket. I love his videos, and it makes me even because my father is Irish and is from Waterford County. See, my mother's.
Ronayne.
Ronayne is Irish. Yeah, that's a very old Irish name. AYNE endings were, I think, Anglican spellings, but my name actually is. You could trace it back to the 1100s. Isn't that interesting? Not everybody even had a friggin' last name back then. We were shit. Anyway, probably literally shit. But we're from Waterford County. The name's more common in Cork, which is right next door. It's all Munster, but I'd love to go. Love to go. If they'll have me.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to go to Europe.
So I'm practicing right now. What?
There you go. I would love to go because my ancestors came from England and France and Sweden.
Cool. Wow.
Yep.
You're a Viking.
Yep.
That's really cool. Well, the father's from South Ireland. The mother is from North Italy. So people always guess the Italian side for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, that's my mother's side. Is from the Magrinis. Magrini is from outside of Florence, somewhere in the country.
Yep, my
great
grandfather came from the Stockholm area. They were farmers out there. He came over here in late 1880s, and they settled in Chicago. And he was a blacksmith and worked in a foundry in Chicago.
That's very, very interesting because the Irish side of my family were blacksmiths. Yeah. In fact, my grandmother told me, Billy, during the Depression, he lost his blacksmith shop and he got a job working for the city. And I can't do that brogue. Anyway, it's a very light Irish New York brogue. He got a job working for the New York City Police Department, shoeing the horses. And she said, and the moral of that story: always have a trade.
Yep.
Because they ate through the Depression. No, living in New York City. And that's the one side. The other side is carpenters and blacksmiths on the Italian side of the carpenters. Well, it's very common because to get into the country, you had to have a trade. If you didn't have a trade, you didn't have money, you didn't have anything. If you weren't, they say send you're poor, you're crooked, whatever. That wasn't true. A lot of them got sent back. If you didn't have at least some money in your pocket and the ability to get started, family here already ready to give you a job, you ended up getting a criminal record. They found out about. They sent you back.
Yeah, unlike now.
So a lot of them were tradesmen, and smithies were in high demand, because automobiles were a lot less common in the 1800s.
Yeah, but you had to get those wagon wheels. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. And shoeing the horses.
Yep. That's how Studebaker got started. They were in the carriage making business.
Yeah, that's true. God, you're older than you look. Or you could be a chef and you'd be chewing the horses.
Ooh.
Ooh, bum. Anyway, you went to Ireland. Gene, you went to Ireland, huh? 1988. Her dad is from County Cork. Yeah. I'm sure I have relatives in Cork. Like I said, the Cork and Waterford are next to each other.
Right.
Down in the south, on the coast. I actually have my grandmother. I'm sorry.
I have some bride relatives. Yep. They settled in Nebraska, and then they later came to Colorado and settled in Flagler, Colorado, which is out on the plains. And
my name is very uncommon anywhere but Ireland. There's like less than 700 Ronayne families in the world, and like 650 of them are in Ireland, whatever. Anyway, but what's funny is my grandmother's maiden name is O'Connor, but she has a cousin, Ronayne, same spelling, but they're not related, just to be clear. Okay, it's a different Ronayne family.
Yeah, just like the Roosevelt.
Hey, Brian, how you doing? B-Mac's in here. Leonard's in here.
B-Mac. Hey, great to see you, Brian. And JSK Enterprise.
I didn't understand the sound
Enterprise.
effects. Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
And that's going to be starting pretty soon. Strange New World.
Looking forward to it.
Yep, me too.
Looking forward to it. I've considered canceling my subscription to Paramount more than once because I've been kind of unhappy with like Discovery. I hate it. I watched every episode. It's Star Trek. It's my duty, but I don't like it. I thought I did. I liked the first season. The season everybody hated. I liked the first season, and then it just went down from there. I you know what I wish they would bring back. Speaking of Enterprise.
Yeah, that was another one that
got panned.
Gave up on so early.
Got panned. It got panned. I mean, people hated it. People didn't like it. They thought it was. Then looking back on it and watching it, it's actually really good. And who doesn't like the POW?
Yeah,
Jolene Blaylock. Oh God, no. I mean, it was. They went too much for the visuals on her, but so did they with Jerry Ryan. And what are you gonna do?
Yeah, the cat.
These people. That's my dad. My dad. I went over to his house one day and he was watching Enterprise. And he's like, "Dad, I didn't think you like science fiction." He goes, "I don't." And he's staring at the screen. He goes, "Yeah, I kind of like this show." It was Jolene Blaylock on the screen, and he started watching the show because of it. Yeah. So it works,
Yep. And they had some pretty good storylines in it, and you got to see kind of how Star Trek came about. It was like the very beginnings of the Federation. And you got to understand why the Vulcans were the way they were, and why the Andorians and the Tellarites and the different races that formed the beginnings of the Federation. So that was pretty interesting. Hey, let's welcome all the way from Gainesville, Florida. We got a lot of Florida people on. Let's welcome the effervescent Adrian Mateo. Hey, Adrian.
How come no sound effects tonight, Art?
No. Yeah, there we go.
That wasn't what I was looking for.
First of all, Art, last night you were on top of your shit. Today you're being real slow and you're being, I don't know.
I got to dial it back a little bit.
So you were drinking last night again?
No, Uncle Bill. He wasn't just drinking. He was fucked up. Hey, a matter of fact, Bill, if you don't believe me, I'm about to share something with you. I've never heard this guy. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull it out.
Okay. I know the other night he was kind of tuned up and he was going like this, and it's God, he was like being really animated and like, I think the alcohol's kicking in, then he kind of disappeared.
Okay, let me go ahead and put myself on mute. I just gotta find it. Give me a second.
Okay. All right.
We're not going anywhere.
Why is it me or there's no color in Adrian's camera? It's almost like black and
I don't
white.
know. He looks muted. His colors are changed.
Okay. He's
But he does look extra sharp tonight.
All right, so let me go ahead and share it. I just found it. So share screen.
He's the sharp guy.
Chrome tab right here. Boom. Let me know if you guys see this.
There we go.
Okay, let me go ahead and blow it up.
You got the audio?
Yes, I got the audio going. So let me turn it up.
This is twice in a week you were shit-faced on streaming, Art.
All right, so here it goes.
We've got a request from the audience, from the massive audience.
One more shot.
Oh,
we want to see you take out the green screen.
It's a double dog there.
Hey, Matt, make him big. Matt, make the screen big. Make him big.
Shut. Here we go. Shut.
Move the fucking camera away.
Shut the fuck up, Adrian.
Fucking piss off, cunt.
Yeah, I'm already got bloodshot eye.
I watched this. Uncle Bill. Everybody in the chat.
Here we go.
Come on, take out that green screen.
I can't even see it. Doesn't even look full to me. Oh, that's it. Like that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah.
Right. Now get up before you hit the leave button. I want to see you wipe out that green screen.
I gotta save up all the dirty jokes for Ken Heron. Take care. Don't forget my live stream for Adrian's screen show. Whatever he does. Where the fuck were you last week?
Damn, he is drunk. I have never heard Art talk to me that way before.
Yeah. I'm like going, people fucking stayed after 7 o'clock. I'm like, holy shit. Where the hell is Adrian? I'm like, then I get off my show after 3 hours. I'm like, where the hell is he? I usually just pop in, say hi, how's everybody doing? And he's like, I can't handle art. This is bullshit. You know what? I'm just gonna, it's his night.
I never seen art like this, man.
The last 20 seconds of that made no fucking sense. Hey, Matt, I need you to do me a favor. You need to go ahead and cut that clear.
Adrian. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's what happened last night. You missed it, Bill.
I did, and I'm sorry I did. I did catch this, though. Artie.
Oh.
Would you care to share this? There's Art.
Yeah, that's.
And here's Art about to disappear off camera. This was last week on your stream.
Yeah, that was on my show.
Yeah. There you go. Boop. It looks like he's coughing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
had
not
a
what
coughing fit.
It's gonna come. Wait, there he goes. Oh, he's gone. And then he's gone. And then he's gone. And he's even more
Oh,
gone.
I had a coughing fit that
Mm-hmm.
just wouldn't stop.
Mm-hmm. Look
How's
at
everybody doing in the chat? What's up, E-Drone, Paul Wedgen Big, Charles Hatmaker, Eric, Mr. John, RC, Stephen Drones. How's everybody doing, man? Robert Glazier, Johnny DRC. What's going on, B-Mac? Aki Rasha, David Lorenzo, Chris Wedgeworth, Leonard JSK Enterprise. Man, you got a
Mark Fisher?
house full of
Oh,
people here, man.
that's EM Drone. Okay. E-Drone.
So, Art, just so you don't cuss me out again, I'm here live. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's good. That's good. Everybody is out of town this week. So Chuck's out of town. Jim Beauchart's out of town. Hopefully James will make it tonight. He's back in the States.
You see, Adrian, that's why we got invited onto Artie's show tonight, 'cause,
yeah, pretty much.
yeah, the B team's here.
Yeah, the B team. Yep.
And matter of
Well, I
fact,
had to call in the bullpen,
yeah.
the relievers, to take over for the starting pitchers, 'cause their arms are getting a little tired.
And matter of fact, David Lorenzo, tonight we need to roast the host, Art, because he was wilding last night. This man was acting crazy last night. But see, the thing is that, Bill, I believe that Art was actually drinking before he even came to the show. So when he came to the show, he was already messed up.
I didn't even know you drank.
Hey, let's welcome all the way from Charleston, South Carolina. It's the hippie man, James Tanner, my PI Dream. Welcome, welcome.
Hey guys, Adrian, Bill, how's everybody? No, I can't say
Maga
that.
down Maga.
I guess I can. It's Magadan Gavi right now because it's an evening time.
Gabi,
right
yeah.
here. Oh man, I tell you what, I wanted to come in at the beginning of the show. But I got this old. You see right here. This is my old Mac. This is like prehistoric. It's got the CD-ROM drive and everything on this old.
Oh, an all-in-one. Okay.
James,
Yeah, it's the old one. It's a 2000. I think it's a 2011 model iMac inside here, and it hasn't been. Yeah, what?
James, don't feel bad because at the drone meetup, I was actually blessed with winning a freaking dinosaur laptop that weighs like 5,500 pounds. The laptop weighs more than me, buddy. You know how hard it is for me to carry that crap in my hand. I
wonder
need a
who
freaking
donated that.
Yeah, well, I wonder who donated that. I wonder who.
I don't know. Whoever he was must have appreciated fine technology. Hey, that's got an 18.4 inch screen. It's a pretty rocking device.
That's what she said.
And don't,
there you go.
Don't be putting down the optical drives. I burn Blu-rays.
I think there's an advantage to that. I actually, because I got tons, and let me tell you, I haven't been in this house in years. I last visited here like 3 years ago. Moved to the Philippines 5 years ago. So it's like coming into the house here, and for somebody who has, I think, pre-signs of Alzheimer's, when you come inside the house, it's like I've never been inside, and I'm opening cabinet doors and drawers, and I'm finding, oh, this is some cool stuff I found inside this house inside here. There's all kind of stuff. I have tons and tons of these old things that are full, that are stacked up with CDs. And I have no idea what's on there. It's probably old movies and old applications I probably will never use again. But
my wife gets Blu-ray movies, and I back them up because we purchased them first and own them. I would not break federal law by copying someone else's product. Anyway, I burn Blu-rays. I have a Blu-ray burner, so I still dig the optical drives. I got nothing. And you know what? Not forever, but longer than me, and less chance of the electronics in them dying, because I've had backup drives die just for no reason at all.
I do. Yeah,
And,
yeah. Same here.
Optical drives are very reliable, you know. And people put down Blu-ray because it's only 1080p. Well, there's actually a new Blu-ray standard that's actually 4K. But what they don't understand is the even at 1080p, it does better color reproduction than streaming does. You have, because if you were to stream 1080p at 120 megabit per or 200 megabit per second, you T-Mobile would not T-Mobile but Comcast, you'd be over your limit in no time at all because you only get 1.2 terabytes a month. So really the color reproduction is better than my eyes can see. I don't know. I like them. I think it's great. And anytime I feel like watching the Expendables, I could throw it in.
I keep forgetting equipment I have. I went up on the third floor up here, and up on the third floor we have a little. It's like the multimedia room. We got all our band gear still here. We got band gear here. We got band gear in the Philippines, and I'm up there, and I'm looking at my gear that I have inside there, and I still have an old. What is it? I don't know if it's a Panasonic or who it's made by. What's the big disc? The laser disc. I got the laser disc.
Yeah.
And I got like 500 laser discs up there, and I'm like, man, I will never use these things again. But they're probably really, really clear. They're probably really, really clear. But it's the one, because remember the laser discs, they were dual sided, and when they first came out, when you got done with side A, you had to do it like an album, like you had an old album. You had to let the tray come out, and you had to flip it over and put it back inside there. But the one I have upstairs, it's one of those where when it gets to the end, it goes underneath it and starts reading it from the bottom again, so you don't have to do the flip over inside.
So you don't have to flip it over.
I have a lot of dinosaur stuff inside. I think there's there's a community yard sale here. There's a community yard sale this coming Saturday. The community yard sale. And I think we're going to be putting a lot of stuff out there in the yard. So I have a lot of old tools and things like that I'll probably never use here again. But back in the U.S., and I don't understand what this cold stuff thing is going on around here. It's like in the evening time, I open the window here, and I got to put a comforter, one of the down comforters, and all. It is freaking cold here at night. I haven't experienced this like in years and years.
I know archival, Charles. That's exactly right. I'm archiving my already owned ones.
Oh, I did that.
Anyway, I live in the U.S. I have no idea from what you're speaking of with this cold weather stuff. What are you talking about?
But this is Charleston, South Carolina. I expected. I remember here when I used to do the gardening here all the time, that I would put it's a game. Is that a game? It's a game, right?
Quake 2.
Good.
How old is that?
Yeah.
I got right here at my fingertips. I got all. You talk about old stuff.
Is that PlayStation or is that
PC? Oh no, I'm a PC gamer.
On the PC.
You never heard of Quake? That's how old it is.
I remember Quake. I remember Quake. I didn't remember what device it was playing.
Quake,
but I do
Quake
know.
2 Quake 2 is not multiplayer. Quake 2 is actually episodic, and you work your way through it. And it's actually a lot of fun. And
you know what I'm boxing up and sending back to me back in the Philippines. I got some old game machines, game consoles. I got the Wii 2. I think it's the Wii.
Oh, yeah.
The Wii. It's the Wii.
Yeah.
It's the one where you play games. Like badminton and.
I have one of those.
It's Wii,
Baseball
and I have the
bowling.
old place. I got the PlayStation 3. And I'm like, what? I plugged it in. I'm like, I know it's not going to work because it actually has a battery. It's like an EEPROM battery inside it because it's a computer. And I was reading. I went on the bulletin boards. I'm reading there because when I first plugged it in, nothing came on. And I'm like, what's going on? It's got like a 2.4 volt EEPROM battery inside there. I think like the little round ones. Like you put in batteries and garage door openers and stuff like that. But I rebooted again, and the whole thing came on. I just had to set the time and the date and everything on there. But I got the old game. I got some of the old games. What's the war game? The war game where if you're shooting.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Call of Duty.
Warfare. Call of Duty. Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare. That's what it is.
Modern Warfare. You've been drinking. Modern welfare.
Modern welfare. Modern welfare. Yeah.
Call of Duty.
So
Yeah, I got that here somewhere. I actually still play. What do you call EA games? Battlefield 2. Battlefield 2 came out in 2005. I still play that online. Believe it or not, there's still people running servers for that online. I bought that the day it came out.
No, Bill. Battlefield 3 is the best on PlayStation 3.
3 is old. That's an old game there. Battlefield.
But Battlefield 3 is newer than Battlefield 2. I can't believe people still playing Battlefield 2.
Battlefield 2 with PC online. Yeah, there's still a few thousand people around the world. You can usually jump in a server in Germany, a couple of servers in the United States, server in Germany, if you want to play. Yeah, it's out there. You got to go to a specific website, and because what they did was when GameSpy went out of business, and because they were the one housing the stat servers, and my 200,000 kills disappeared overnight, and my rank from Colonel went down, to nobody. They actually, before GameSpy went down, they actually got permission. They leached down all the stats and like that, and they continued it on, and they do it for free. There was 2 companies that did it, and the one's gone, but the other one's still going. But anyway, I like that game. It's fun. And did you notice the company? Radio Shack. Radio Shack CD-ROM lens cleaner. These were very good.
So, my daughter is literally waking up now screaming. Let me go down and take care of her. I'm gonna stay here. I'm just gonna put myself in the green. I'm gonna put myself on mute.
Okay.
Right? But I'll be back.
Okay. All right.
Okay, who remembers Doom?
Oh,
Doom. Yeah. I had that on the PC. I had Doom on the PC.
Yep.
I used to love that game.
I had them all.
Sorry. Doom is trash. Don't talk about Doom.
What's the same company that made Quake? I had all the Dooms. I had the original.
Yeah.
I had the shareware. They gave you the They gave you the original one was free. Was a free free. They give you got the first 3 levels for free, and then you wanted the whole 9 levels. You had to buy it. And I had Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 3, Quake 1, Quake 2, Quake. I went through all that. And Doom came out in '93, I believe, but it came out after from ID Games. And they did Castle Wolfenstein came before that.
Castle Wolfenstein,
Yes,
I remember that one. Yeah.
Yep.
That was the entry level before Doom. Yeah.
I used to get the hat where I could change the characters into Simpson character. That was cool.
I got the hack where I turned them into George Herbert Walker Bush and Al Gore. Actually, I think I did that with Quake, and they were chasing each other around, shooting each other. It was pretty funny.
You're gonna have to change your name, man. The name of your channel here, ArtCo Joint Solutions. It's gonna go to some like the old farts channel or something like that. But,
there's already a channel.
Yeah, it's already taken.
The old farts channel.
Yep.
Yeah, old farts with drones. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm finding all these neat things. As a matter of fact, I'm making up boxes and I'm sending stuff back there. As a matter of fact, I got right over here. I got a bicycle. I got my bicycle inside a box. I'm sending back. I've looked at the bicycles in the Philippines, and they just the ones I've looked at, they just don't seem to be the quality of the ones that you can get here. So I'm boxing up a few things. The only thing, it goes on that literal slow boat from China, or slow boat to China. It takes about 3 months to get your package over there, but got to do what you got to do.
Medal of Honor.
And you notice he's got it right there at his desk where he's sitting right now. All my stuff is scattered all over the house here.
So, James, who's the collector of plush toys?
This was my go-to right here. This was my go-to.
Oh, Paint Shop Pro.
Paint Shop Pro. Yeah, I love this. As a matter of fact, if this still works, I'm going to put this on one of my Windows.
Paint Shop Pro is a perfectly legitimate program, and that's 12. That's after Jazz. That's after Jazz Software bought Corel. Well, so that's a Corel product.
Yeah, back in the day, I rarely ever purchased software. But there were only a couple of softwares that I purchased, and that one actually purchased that software because it was so. If something is so outstanding and so easy and intuitive to work, and it's actually something that benefits a lot of things I did, and that was one of those things. I did a lot of stuff with graphics back in the day. When we had the band, and we had to do posters, and we would have to bring in graphics from different clubs that we played at and stuff like that. That was really fast to use that thing, and it wasn't. What's the other? It was Paint Shop Pro was easier to use than Photoshop. Photoshop was really powerful. It was powerful, but it had a learning curve that was a lot steeper than this one.
I still have Paint Shop Pro on my computer. I still use it. I've been using it since 5 or 6, I think.
I had Print Shop Pro.
Had what?
I had Print Shop.
Print Shop.
I remember that. I had that too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's how I designed. I used to work for this restaurant. One of my friends from work, she bought a restaurant, Mexican restaurant, and I designed the billboard that goes outside the restaurant, and I designed that. I designed the menus, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I remember Print Shop, but like I said, Paint Shop Pro. But the newest one I've had is 9. You got that real nice new one there, that 12.
I got the new one. That's the thing.
I'm sorry, God.
No, that one's on. It's on DVD, and what I did was I picked up an external DVD burner for the Mac because all the new Macs they don't do DVDs anymore. Right. So I got one. I got the one that'll hook up to it. You got to go use all these dongles now. You go from like this little Lightning or USB-C connector to take you to a USB-A that will take you to whatever the old legacy devices are to be able to use it. So I'm gonna take that back with me because on this machine, on this laptop that I have right here right now, I use VMware Fusion and I run virtual. I got some Windows virtual machines inside the background. So things that I can't do on the Mac, I'll use on, and I'll bring that back with me.
I'm looking here. You got Corel Draw. Yeah, Corel was the shiznit back in the day.
Oh, they were. They were.
Yeah, they're before Photoshop. I mean, was Corel and Corel. Like I said, JASK software, which surprised me because you would think Corel was bigger, but JASK software was Photoshop, and they bought Corel, and then it actually not harder, but they changed the. I hate when updates don't add anything, but they just rearrange everything. You have to go find everything. They gotta go like the different Office versions. Like it didn't add much, but you had to find everything all over again because they updated the menu bar. What the hell, So I mean, I still like Microsoft Office 2010, 2007.
That's what killed me about Windows. I mean, I was a strict follower of Windows. I adopted that early. I didn't go to Mac until later on. Windows 95, Windows 98.
But you did Mac. So did you ever work with Quark?
No.
That's publishing software for Mac back in the day when I used to do this for a living, and we actually worked with a newspaper, a small newspaper, Ukrainian. Even though it was a Ukrainian, how ironic! I just remembered that they were Ukrainian. It was a Ukrainian newspaper in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and they had all Macs. Now these are giant, ancient, old things, but that's what they used to produce their newspaper was Quark. And they wanted to buy new PCs, and that was the big deal, was to get them to communicate with each other, and that's what we were doing. So they were, and now he's talking about Word Perfect on a 3.5-inch floppy.
I used it. I used Word Perfect. Yeah, I used it.
Yeah, but Quark was the back when that's why they spent the money for the Macs was because of Quark. It was because of the software support for publishing.
It seemed to me with every new revision of Windows, when they went from one to the next, they became less and less intuitive. It seems like Windows ended up becoming a engineer's type of a operating system rather than a client's operating system. Because now when you go and you look for things, you're like, how do I get to the simplest thing? How do I get to the device manager? How do I get to? You're looking all over the place with the new version. What are we up to now? We're up Windows 11. Is it Windows 11?
Yep, Windows 11.
Yeah. Chuck is probably rolling over somewhere, and when he says it's gonna be, man, I wish I would have got inside that conversation.
I'm watching a Deluxe Paint 3 on Amiga. I use Berkeley Softworks on the Commodore 64 with a dot matrix printer, and it actually worked. You can.
I had the VIC 16. And the VIC 16
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Toffee giveaway.
I think it was VIC 20.
Hashtag Toffee. Type that in the chat there, and
I don't know why I bother. I will never ever win anything.
Oh crap! Hold on.
We're not doing numbers, Joe. Hashtag Toffee. Put that in, and
what's going on? Hold on. You gotta wait for me. You gotta wait for me, Art. I gotta wait for. I'll tell you, I haven't used all. I gotta put a verification code to be able to just log in and do the client.
I just missed out on the Mini 2 drone. It sold for $3.99 at the police auction website. Dang it.
All right, hold on.
Well, it was that. Did it come with extra batteries or anything? Was it a fly more?
Yes, it came with 3 batteries, a battery charger, the OcuSync 3, or the OcuSync controller. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I'm in there now. I'm in there.
Okay. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are closing the window. No, Gene, it's hashtag Toffee, not just Toffee. All right, I'm gonna
give Gene a second to get in there. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
We'll give you a couple seconds.
Come on. Hashtag.
Hashtag.
The crisscross. The tic-tac-toe board thing.
Yeah, the pound sign that we used to have on the telephone.
Shift 3. There you go. Yeah. No, that's recovery 1 drum. No.
Hey,
there we go. Oh, that's.
If I win, you can send it to me right here. I didn't get the last. I won once on your show. I sent that. I had to send that to my aunt and uncle.
No, Joe. It's hashtag. Oh, hashtag. Never mind.
Hashtag. That's good. They get confused so easy. Gene Fox, type in hashtag top. I'm about to give up on this young fella. Hashtag Toffee.
All right, here we go, folks. It is time to spin. Start collecting comments. We got 15 entries. Let's draw. Hey, Dre! Congratulations, you are the winner. Congratulations, Dre. Email me your address. My email is colokid1960@gmail.com. Alrighty, congratulations, Dre. Yeah. And I see Chuck is in the chat. You just missed it, Chuck. You got in right after I did the drawing.
So where's Chuck in? Where's Jim?
Chuck
Beauchard?
is up in the Catskills with his lovely Lori Kovac.
Oh.
Speaking of old and classic, I've shown this before. James, how about that?
Oh, look at that. That's a classic.
Golden Honey Grail Spam. It actually on the back is Monty Python's Spam-A-Lot.
That is awesome. That's a collectible there.
Yeah, it says it. Yeah, yeah. Actually, it says right there. It must be because it says so right on the label.
It's
Collector's
collectible.
edition.
There it is. There it
Yeah.
is.
Well, I'm not going to
Yeah.
eat it. It's best by March 2011. So
But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay because
Hey, yeah.
we came
Spam will
on
last
here.
forever.
We haven't
Hmm?
been here for 3 years, and we're opening up cabinets, and Ness is cooking me all kind of stuff, and I'm looking at the side of the box and where it says things like expired in November of 2018 and stuff like that. But I'm still eating the stuff. I had a beer. I left a bottle of Corona beer on the counter when I left here 3 years ago, and I stuck it in the refrigerator. And this is kind of scary because I know in the U.S. we put a lot of preservatives inside our beer inside the U.S. compared to other countries. And when I put it in there and I just thought I was going to open the beer up and smell it, and it was just going to smell like really bad sour beer inside there. I'm like, oh, well, it's pretty good. I drank the beer and it was fine. 3 year old beer in the bottle.
yeah, as long as you don't chill it and heat it and chill it and heat it, it typically doesn't skunk. It may not be as good as it was 2 years ago, but it's not going to kill you.
Yeah. So we got a big surprise. I'm not going to give the surprise up now, but we're going to be heading someplace in a couple of weeks. We're going to do. We're not doing any vlogging during our trip. Most of our trip here is really to see family. My dad's in a assisted living facility, so we just came back. In fact, we just got back from there. We spent all day there today with them, and but when we leave here, my wife and I are going someplace. But I'm not going to give away. But we're going to be doing a vlog. I think folks are going to enjoy that one.
Cool.
So, something to look forward to before we start doing our regular vlogging back in the Philippines again.
Cool. So how did the koi fare while you were gone?
I sent you a picture. You saw the picture.
Yeah, I saw that, and you still
Bill,
have
you
some
would not
alive.
believe this. I had koi and goldfish inside there 3 years ago.
Yep.
And then there must have been a lightning strike or something here because everything shut down. The filtration system shut down, and so it's stagnant. The water just sitting inside there. So it's a pretty big pond for a koi pond. It's probably about I'm saying about 3,000 gallons, maybe about 2,500 gallons. And I came back and the water was green. It was like pea soup. It was like pea soup. So I said, you know what? I know there's no fish inside there, but I'm going to clean it out anyway. I'm going to refresh the water inside there. I'm going to clean out the filter because I have no idea how long the filtration system worked in there. And so I clean. And as I'm getting down to the bottom, it's about 5 foot. It's about 5 foot deep at the deepest section. And I started going down. I started getting down to about maybe 4 inches. Then I start seeing these little pieces of orange like floating on the top, and they were moving inside there. So I said, oh crap, they must have survived off the algae and whatever insects and everything, because it just became its own little culture
Ecosystem.
Yeah. So anyway, I got a bucket, and the water is pretty nasty at the very bottom because it's all the sludge at the very bottom. So I took out as much of that and I put it to the side. I put a 5-gallon Lowe's bucket over there, and I pulled one out. And as I'm taking more water out, I find another one. Then I found like about 20. There were about 20 goldfish inside there. They weren't the koi, because the koi were, they were like 20 inches long when I left. So they were gone. But these were I also had some like feeder goldfish inside there. So over the years, they must have spawned inside there and it's just families came and went.
Well, goldfish are pretty tough bastards. They probably just finished eating that last koi before.
Well, they're pretty tough. They're pretty tough bastards, but they weren't tough enough to survive my cleaning. I went inside there, and I added like all the water back inside there instead of doing like you would do like in an aquarium where you only replace like 40% or there's so much of the water when you do the water rotation. And I didn't treat the water. I just took the water right from the garden hose and I put it inside there. All the water we have here in the U.S. is all chlorinated like you wouldn't believe. And in about 2 hours. Those 20 poor goldfish that lasted for 2.5 years
Killed 'em.
on their own. Yeah, within 2 hours.
Oh man.
I feel so bad. I feel so bad. But it was
Yeah,
it was
I
amazing.
had a feeling. Yeah. Well, they got used to. Well, they allegedly don't chlorinate our water that much here in Portsmouth. They actually spent. I don't know how many millions. I read an article a long time ago, so I'm just going to exaggerate if I tell you, try to guess the number. But they spent a shitload of money. We have actually have a reverse osmosis water filtration plant here in this town, and I don't know if you know anything about water filtration, but reverse osmosis.
I know about reverse osmosis because I used to be a technician in a hemodialysis clinic. That's what
It's really
we used to
wasteful.
do.
I mean, in a home system, it's really wasteful because it's constantly dripping water back into the system. But but you know what? The water's still sound. We still do bottled water, and I have a filter on the sink, but I only use that for coffee. And
Yeah.
we buy bottled water.
Well,
But
we triple in the Philippines. What we've done, Art's probably familiar with some of the videos that we
Yep.
did. We triple filter because all of our stuff is from the well. It's stored in overhead storage tanks in our subdivision, and then gravity fed to all of the properties inside the subdivision. So when it comes into our house, we go through a triple filtration system. The first one is a sediment filter. The second one is it's the one
Charcoal?
what is it? No, the third one is the charcoal, the charcoal canister, and the second one, water softener, because we have high like lime deposits. It's hard water out there, so we run that. So then it comes into the house. Then in the refrigerator for the fourth filter, and we have all of the refrigerators that have the water dispenser in there. It has its own filter. So by the time it gets there, I'd say it's pretty safe to drink. But we still do the bottle. We
got somebody all the way from the Catskills. It is Chuck. Welcome.
there he is. Hi, Chuck. We were talking about you.
I'm not staying very long. We're gonna make s'mores outside. It's like 40 degrees out, so we have to dress warm.
I've seen that background before. I've seen that back. You did this in another video, right? You stayed at the same place that you stayed at before?
Yeah, we're in the same house. She invited us back and even gave us a free night, so that was cool.
Oh,
awesome.
Did you
She
recently
likes our drone footage?
Did you recently get a haircut, or is that hat head that's got your so close to your scalp? You're looking very neat and tight there.
I don't know.
You look
It's been
good.
a long day of hiking.
Yeah, you had a hat on, didn't you?
No,
It's cold.
It's cold. It's like 40 degrees.
Yeah, it's kind of cold.
It's
So no
partial
snow on the ground.
Yesterday, there's a ladybug on my lights. Check it out. It likes the light.
yeah. Now, if you're in the Philippines, 40 would be about right if you were in the middle of the day right now. But it's in C.
Celsius.
In Celsius, yeah.
Celsius. James, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I miss seeing you guys here. I miss seeing you.
Yeah.
I've been following you, man. I've been following your little adventures that you do on the side every now and then.
Oh yeah. Well, we're on one again. We've been filming and filming and filming. I don't know what we're gonna do with it all, but we'll do something with it. Been using this thing a lot. This little dude right here.
What is?
Cool.
It's the Insta360 1X2. Been filming a lot with this thing. You can see the little microphone on the side. There's usually a Rode Wireless Go 2 strapped on the side of it. So,
well, I was hoping that Jim Beauchart was on today because Jim Beauchart, I saw you. I didn't watch it live, but I watched your recorded of your last episode. And Jim bought a new GoPro, right? And it was like he was complaining.
yeah, he's been fighting with it. Fighting with it.
Well, you remember I told you my GoPro 8 went Tango uniform back in the Philippines, right? It's I've been using my old 7 to do the and I said when I come back to the States I was going to pick up another one. Well, I did. And it's not the 10. He got the 10, right? He got the 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I picked up a 9 because they had a real super deal on this thing right here. But and I went against my better judgment because I always read reviews, and the reviews on the 9 really weren't good. They weren't good at all. But neither are the reviews on the 10 either. They're talking about a lot of problems with overheating and locking up and freezing. Well, this is brand new. I have not shot one episode, but I did do a test on this thing. And I'm in Charleston, and it's like, what's the temperature here? The temperature's probably about, I don't know, maybe about 70 degrees right now. It's kind of cool. But this thing is This is overheating here already, and I haven't even shot anything yet. This is just doing tests of a few clips, and it's already hot. And I can't imagine what it's going to do when I bring it back to the Philippines in the heat and the humidity that we have back there.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem Jim has been having. He's been using it as a webcam, and it overheats.
Yeah. Well, that's not just unique to the 10 and not. I've had heat problems with everyone. 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's the 4 I have back in the Philippines. The 8 I can't use anymore because it's totally gone. But I've always had overheating problems, and the only thing you can do when it does that, when it starts getting crazy and overheating, you can't. A lot of times you can't even turn it off. Then you got to pull the battery out, and the battery is just like a little ribbon tab that's inside there. And I've already had 2 because it swells up sometimes. The battery sometimes when it overheats, and you pull on that and it breaks the little ribbon tab inside there. So
Joe in the chat says update the firmware, James.
I did. This has the latest firmware. That's the first thing I do. The first thing.
Then downgrade the firmware. Downgrade the firmware. I'm sorry.
But anyway, I don't know.
Wait. I know how to fix it. Open it up so that all the seals are open and throw it in salt water. That'll fix it. And then buy an Action 2.
Igloo cooler and fill the igloo cooler up with ice and cut a hole in the igloo cooler that just has the little lens that goes like that.
Sucks.
This is your camera now, right?
Yeah. Actually, I kid about yours, but like Lori's kind of wants to upgrade to the Action 2, and that thing's known to get pretty toasty also. So I'm not sure if they both have issues.
They're not making these things any bigger and bigger. If they do make it bigger, it's just like a couple millimeters bigger than the last version. They're very, very small. And what they're doing, they're putting faster processors inside, because the new one, the 10, actually was a big step over the 9. It went with the latest, like really good processor inside. But the new processors generally, most of the time, they take more energy. They do things faster, the speed, and they generate more heat. So the 10, they're having problems with the 10. It's just it's supposed to be better because of some of the capabilities that it has. But this was on a great sale. I picked this up at AFES at the Military Exchange, and they had the prices are going down, and then they had a $50 off sale that day when I went in there. So I picked it up for
Well, Chuck was saying the other day you should keep your shots down to 5 seconds, so they're just trying to enforce that.
Yeah, right. Well, no. I mean, you can film as long as you want, as long as you can
your
stand
clips,
editing. But
the
clips that you put in your footage are like 5 to 10 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I
all
fly
rules
drones.
are meant to be. I wasn't. Yeah, you fly drones. I wasn't very clear the other night though, because all rules are meant to be broken. So there are,
since we're
on.
No, but you're right. I mean, you need the constant action and constant change to keep people's attention. I totally agree with you.
It's just not possible. Sometimes
there wasn't a criticism. I'm just saying that maybe GoPro just listened and they're saying, "Oh, you're filming too long. Take a rest."
Yeah. It's bittersweet. It's a bittersweet relationship I've had with every one of my GoPros. I mean, they produce wonderful videos when they work, but they don't always work, and then sometimes you get disappointed. You go back, and Chuck and I have talked about this many times. You go back post editing, you'll load up your clips inside there, and then you find out there's no audio on a clip or something like that.
Oh God! And
you're like,
yeah.
And you can't go back. You can't go back to the cat skills when you're yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there. I don't know. God only knows what's going to happen when I play the footage back.
No, I don't have any GoPros, so I'm going to ask you guys a question. I mean, I really doubt that this would help, but does it help if you don't record the audio on the GoPro and you use a separate audio recorder? Does it help?
You got to sync it up. Then
You
have to
could.
sync
I
it
mean,
up.
You have to sync it, but does that help with the heating problem?
I doubt it
Um,
because I think most of the problem is display and the GPU or whatever the processor for the graphics that they have inside. And the thing is, what they've done with this one, the 9, and with the 10, now they have a display on the front and the back that are
Right.
color displays inside there. So they've increased the capability, but they've also increased the taxing on the,
Right.
little computer chip that's on the inside, which is
All right.
generating
So
all
it,
that
now
heat.
saying that, does videoing in lower resolution help?
Probably, yeah,
Supposedly.
because five
Nice.
point something K and the 4K, and I do everything in 4K. I've noticed it. I have noticed that it's gotten more difficult since I started going 100% in 4K. I notice I'm having more problems inside there. So,
This is
that
from
might
Bill from Coast to Coast Drones. He's looking for 30-second clips to do a collab on his show. I think
Yeah.
he's experimenting with the Filmora 11. They have an AI function in it. And I
Cool.
just recently upgraded to Filmora 11.
Yeah.
I like it.
I
so
updated to DaVinci 18,
far.
but it's
You
beta.
know what? I finally
so it
got
likes to crash.
DaVinci 17 working. I don't like it because I
Yeah.
can't figure out how to clip my video. Where
mean you
in
can't figure it out?
Filmora you just clip it and it right together.
No, it seems to work just fine for me, dude.
Yeah,
The,
well, all right, so there's some stuff up front of the clip that I want to cut off. I cut that
Yeah.
off, delete it, and it's
Yeah.
still hanging out there. Why doesn't it push it all the way over to the left?
Do you mean the magnetic timeline? You want the clips to kind of grab together, go like stick together?
Yeah.
You got to turn the little magnet on. It should be on by default though. There's a little magnet.
Oh, okay.
Art, don't worry about it, man. Use whatever you feel comfortable using.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, I just wanted to play around with
James is
DaVinci
saying the
to
same
see.
thing. I mean, he uses like iMovie or whatever. and that
iMovie.
works for
I
him.
use the basic iMovie. That's all, and that worked.
Yeah,
that
and
works
this
for
stuff
me.
is
You know,
fine. So, I mean, it's
I
whatever-
upgraded from Filmora to 10 to Filmora to 11, and just so you guys know, I mean, people out there that are using it know, it's going to have to convert all your old projects to the new Filmora 11, and it doesn't always convert.
Oh,
It doesn't convert well.
DaVinci did that too.
Yeah,
DaVinci
oh,
did
did
that
it?
too.
Yeah. Well, DaVinci probably did better at it. But
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, the video is okay, but if you used any of their effects or title effects, because they give you a whole bunch of free title effects and subtitle, blah, blah, blah. And some of them they didn't give you the old ones. You didn't get to keep the old ones when you upgraded to the new ones. They're not there anymore. So you get all these blank squares where there used to be a.
Oh, really? You have like placeholders where stuff used to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was pretty. That's not cool.
That was disappointing. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I tried to do was I had the old. I installed it when I did it. I installed it to a new folder when I upgraded. So I tried to copy all the other folders into this folder, and I was able to save some of them, but they didn't all work, unfortunately.
DaVinci gave you the choice if you wanted to like bring everything in or not, and they warned you and said, if you do this, you can't undo it. So I was like, what the hell? Do it. I'm all in. Probably a mistake.
Do one project at a time. Just check out the one project, and like you're something that's really not that important to you. Let's see if I can hold on.
All my stuff was done. I was on to a new one, so I figured, no worries. But yeah, just multiple clips are allowed. Bill, you told me no before. Change your mind?
All right, I'm going to share this real quick.
We're waiting.
Waiting.
He's
Jeopardy.
Oh, here we go. This is what I wanted to.
All right.
Yep. That's camera that I'm giving away. And I'm also including that LED
Yeah, I
light
was gonna say.
panel.
Look at that LED light kit on there.
Yep.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And it
That's
comes with
another thing
that
to do.
aluminum case on there, and you get screw filters on it, which is really cool.
Aluminium.
Mm-hmm.
You look like you just stole that camera and you got caught on a CCTV as you were walking out of a door.
Art's,
Look at that, look-
Art's running for the door of Walmart. Got the camera under.
That is a bit mugshot-ish, a little bit.
Yeah, that really is. You need that little thing underneath that's got your name on it and your
placard.
little placard. Here's a black. Here, I just found this. I was going through. Remember, I told you I was
Well,
going
it's
through a
got
bunch
the
of.
date. That's when I'm going to do the drawing, May 21st.
Check, you're gonna kick out of this. I don't know if you were listening earlier. I'm just opening boxes.
We had no
and stuff
internet in
like
the car. We were.
Yeah, I'm finding all these things that I haven't seen for years and years here, and we're making up some boxes to bring back to the Philippines. I found this old picture. Check out this out. This was my old job right here. I don't know if you can see it. You see right here?
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, I used to. That's me in the cockpit. I did NDI, non-destructive inspection. That's the X-ray machine underneath the bottom. It's not on, obviously, because I'm sitting inside the.
What's the model jet what is that jet?
That's a
think
238.
Yep.
238 trainer. I used to work at a UPT base, an undergraduate pilot trainer base in Columbus Air Force Base, Mississippi. And what all the pilots start out on are 37s and 38s. They start with the 37. It's a really, really easy plane to start out on. And then they go to the heavier plane once they get their confidence on the 37. Because this one right here, it's like a rock. If you lose any engines inside there, it just falls easily. Like you can glide on a 37 if you literally glide in if you had to. You can't do that with a 38. It's just like a little rocket, is what it is.
Yep.
I'm trying to find some
laptop.
Yeah, trying to find some pictures.
Oh, it's going to be just like the toffee. You have to be here, and it'll be something like hashtag camera, something like that.
Yeah.
Make it simple.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Bill says he just played with DaVinci for the first time in 6 months. He probably put that up like 10 minutes ago, but I'm just seeing it in the chat.
Well, you missed all the talk, Chuck. You were gone. We were talking about old Windows, and we were talking about old applications for you. You would have loved that.
Oh, yeah.
Bill and I.
Well, we had a really good dinner, so I don't feel too bad.
Picking up old boxes of software that we got laying around.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about how good this bad boy is coming back with me because I told Bill that I got an old I got a VMware Fusion with Windows on here. And I can actually.
You're gonna have to check another bag or two under the plane, aren't you? You got a bunch of stuff you're gonna bring back.
I'm doing ballot buying boxes. We're doing this. We're doing ballot buying boxes.
Going to send here. A Mavic 3 back? You going to bring a Mavic 3 back? No, I'm not. But since this is a drone show, let's talk a little bit about drones here for a second. I didn't realize that. Remember, we talked about the smart controller and what smart controllers, the new smart controllers that are compatible with the Air 2S, because the Air 2S is what I have back in. The RC Pro is compatible with the Air 2S.
I saw the RC Pro. I think that's the latest and greatest version of the smart.
That's the new one. I was using that today with my Mavic 3. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think of that?
I like it. I wish the Mavic 3 wasn't and the Air 2S weren't the only two drones that worked with it, but they are at the moment.
Doesn't bother me.
It's fast. It's much faster than the smart controller that is,
Well, let me ask you this. The second and probably the most valid question, is it worth $11.99? Because that's what they sell it for on the DJI site and on Amazon.
Depends. I don't like using a phone. I like having a dedicated RC for the drone. So I say yes.
I use the iPad. But remember, I bought the iPad Mini, but it's a pain. I got to tell you, for convenience factor.
Bill asked a good question. No, it still flies scrappy. I'm getting better at getting used to its scrappiness by easing on the sticks, and I have it in Cine and stuff. But the GPS was doing a lot better. I'm in the middle of flipping nowhere by this waterfall, and it took 5 minutes to connect to like 11 satellites. So I was kind of pissed off again today. Yeah, see, Art? See? That's what I looked like, too. It's like, I just wanted to fly the drone, but I'm flying over water. I need good satellites. Kind of have good...
I think you get longer distance, too, right? You get longer distance with the Pro? The
RC
controller?
Pro does better with distance from what I've heard. Yeah,
they advertise that,
always...
I think 15 kilometers, I believe is what they advertise line of sight.
Yeah, probably. Who cares?
That's
You don't really. You're never gonna need that. So yeah, I don't know.
Well, yes.
You attach a second
James
battery
wants
on
to
it.
fly out to
I
the
want to
lake
fly
to
back
all.
over the volcano. Yeah,
He
over the
does.
volcano,
That's right. He
to All
does.
Volcano.
There's
Yeah,
Adrian.
Yeah.
Hey, Adrian.
Because it's 11 kilometers. It's 11 kilometers
Oh.
from the shortest point to.
Hey,
You
Bobo.
might just make it. You might just make it.
Yeah.
Hey,
And you know what?
Good thing the FAA has nothing to say about what you're doing. That's all.
Well, yeah. What's the FAA going to say to me in
Nothing.
in
Nothing.
Batangas,
You can go.
Batangas, Philippines?
Yeah, right.
I can say anything.
Take this, FAA. F you, FAA.
Well, but the biggest problem I have with the DJI, the firmware, when they do the firmware inside there, is they have restriction zones areas. So there's a lot of places you can't even take off from because of the what do they call that? The aerofencing, the fencing, geofencing.
Geofencing.
Geofencing is a pain. Yeah, that's still the advantage with flying auto.
So I'm thinking about the RC Pro.
Nobody talking to you.
Hey, Boo Boo.
Say hey, Uncle Bill.
Hey, Boo Boo.
Say hey, Uncle Bill.
Adrian, you do a show at the same time as Art does. You doing a show today?
No, I do it at 9.
You do it at 9? At 9. At 9. That's what you said, at 9?
Woo! Somebody left me a surprise. I got to go change it in a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, blame the baby for the smell. I get it.
Ooh-wee.
So you were gonna put her to sleep. Apparently, she won that battle.
Yeah, she sure did. I tried. I said, you know what? The heck with it. Come on. Get up. Hey, what's going on, Flame Media?
So the other question
Hey,
about
John.
the RC Pro, what type of batteries inside the RC Pro? Can you carry that on a plane?
I have. I just went to Minneapolis with it.
Carry on?
Yeah, carry on. Yeah, I don't actually know if they're lipos or what they are inside it, James, but
I checked into that, and the ones they restrict are way larger than what we're doing in our drones. It depends on the airline, of course.
It's on the back of it, isn't it, Bill? If you really cared, it's printed on the back of the device. I
was real concerned about it when I went to Texas, for spin down and for spin up, and I checked it out, and I was like, oh, well, we're good because the restrictions. I took American Airlines, and their restrictions were way higher. You know what I mean? We're way higher than, and even if I was concerned about the guy not knowing, because these guys aren't experts in any of this stuff. The ones that actually work the line when you're coming through. And I said, you know what? I'm not taking any chances of having to leave my batteries in an airport and never getting them back. So I brought the Mini 2.
Okay, I can't read what it says, but
I don't know.
So I brought the Mini 2, and I said, the guy opened up the case. He saw the drone. And I said, yeah, I've got my little drone. He goes, yeah, say hello to my little drone. That's what the guy said. He said, okay, go ahead. They didn't care.
They didn't make me. Well, I'm flying TSA pre now. They don't even make me take the drones out of the bag anymore. I got to freaking carry on. To Minnesota, I had the RC Pro in there. I had the Mavic 3. I had a bunch of other gizmos. Just went right through.
So, hey, Art, I'm about to go and change this little stinker.
Okay.
Change the baby too.
No
Yeah,
pun intended.
And I'm gonna have to go ahead and give her a bath. So, I guess I'm out.
Adrian, it's good seeing you
Take
as
care,
always.
man.
Later. All right,
Thanks for
everybody.
coming.
James, I
Okay,
think you'll
Joe.
like this thing. I think you should get
James,
one.
Uncle Bill.
If you
All right,
don't mind
everybody.
spending the money.
See you
See ya.
later.
Take care, my man.
So long, Adrian.
Take care, Adrian.
I wish I
Yeah.
had
So
your
is
money.
that the RC Pro? Is that the screen display size? Is it different from the original one, or is it the same?
No, same. It's in fact, you know what the screensaver, the screen protector on it is the same exact screen protector that goes on the smart controller. It's the same.
That come with it? That comes with it?
Oh hell no.
The screen? No.
What is that? What is it? 5.5 inches? I don't even know. Is it 5.5
You're
inches?
7.
That's what she said.
7.
Is it that big? Yeah. Cool.
That's
Maybe
what
I
you
do
said
want one.
too.
It's 7. It's really 5.5, but shh.
7.
But who's counting?
I don't care, man. It's like I don't care what size it is. I don't know. It's just it's
It's not the size that counts, right?
No, it seems very cool to not have to use your phone for that. Or
just
how
nice
tab.
to have it
cool it
in,
looks.
in one controller. Everything's all in one.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
I
that's the
like
thing
about
is-
my
yeah.
smart controller.
That's what I was
Turn it
thinking,
on and
because
go. Or in the case of the Mavic, the M3, just turn it on
turn it on and wait 5 minutes.
and go.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, the Mavic 3 has been really dicey. Sometimes it connects in under 2. And then, like today, after I got spoiled and it was connecting really fast, yeah, it was like, no, you're going to wait today.
I can see how it'd be
And you're gonna
aggravating.
really
I usually get enough satellites to fly in my living room. I'm actually getting it through the glass, I guess.
It takes forever to get 12 on the Mavic 3. It's really frustrating. And DJI is very much aware of it. And I've had conversation with them. And in fact, they're so awesome. They're like, oh, thank you so much for your feedback to the engineering team. What would you like a car charger for the DJI Mavic 3? I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. Do you think they ever sent it to me?
No, it's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, thought they found. Screw you, DJI. You guys suck. Okay, just so you know. What the hell?
You pay for the convenience, but I think it is a great convenience. My problem is I got to go find my iPad because my iPad isn't dedicated to my controller, and it's somewhere inside the house. And so I'm all and then a lot of times I'll get it, and I'm like, okay, I got it all set up, and then I looked, and the iPad is like got a dead battery inside of it, and I got to wait to charge that thing up. So I think it's nice having the everything integrated in the controller like that. But I will tell you, it's very fast. The Air 2S with the controller that comes with it,
fast.
Once it takes longer, I think, to fit all the pieces together. Put the iPad in there and the little extension adapter, and find that little cable that goes around that you plug. It takes longer to do that. Once that's on, you press the button on that.
The drone's ready for you. If you power up the drone first, the drone's ready.
It's really fast, and
well, that's typical. That's typical of everything before the Mavic 3. Everything was like that.
Yeah, I've gotten into that habit lately of turning the drone on, turning the controller on before I plug it into the phone. And it just comes right up and it's ready to go.
Yeah,
but I mean, I actually catch enough satellites inside the house within a minute. Inside the house. Yeah.
So, like, how's this Mini 3 going to be? Is the Mini 3 going to be like the Mavic 3? Is it going to have the same limitations with accessing satellites? Bill's in the chat. He knows.
Probably.
All. Bill knows all.
Whoa.
I'm going to guess yes.
$960 for somebody paid $960. Is that how much iPads are? I mean, holy crap, that's a lot.
Well, it depends on the iPad.
Wow.
Which one did he get?
Is that like the Pro? Can you even fit that? Yeah. That's a lot.
The iPad won't work with Fly. Fly's a touchy little app anyway.
I got it to work with my wife's iPad, but she's got an older, the 9.7, the 2 years old one.
Yeah.
The one that was only $320.
Yeah, that's what I bought. I bought the iPad Mini, but it wasn't $960.
Well, the Mini's actually more money than the one I bought.
Yeah.
I
don't remember what size. Yeah, I don't remember what size drive I got. I got like the minimum size of storage space on it because
Crazy.
yeah, because I don't store stuff on the iPad. The iPad is only used for convenient, like web surfing, watching YouTube, and the main reason I got it for it was for the Air 2S, for just to use the application on there. So maybe that's why that hit.
Bill.
Yeah, I typed that out loud.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, my biggest beef with the Mavic 3 is the delay to connect satellites. I'm getting used to the scrappiness of it. I think the Air 2S flies similar, James. So you're used to it, where the even when you back off the settings in Cine, it's still kind of it's pretty snappy when it moves around. Hand catching it is exciting. I'll tell you that. I hand catched it. I hand caught it today. You gotta when you bring it down, it comes down fast. You gotta be ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't take its time. Thing moves fast.
Yeah, I'm still getting familiar. I'm still getting familiar with it. Since I'm doing nothing but Gerard's build over there, that's the only thing I'm really using it on right now is Gerard's build across the street from us. I haven't really done anything else with it or played with any of the settings inside there in a big open environment. But I told you, like I said before, my biggest concern about it is I don't have any confidence in those sensors for obstacle avoidance. It gets way too close to things. Yeah, I stop it. I have to stop it. It looks like I'm about to hit a palm tree or something. And it's just about when the alarm starts going off. So I don't think if I were moving in a fast enough, I just think from the weight of the device, it would hit the tree before it would actually stop and halt it in
depends
space.
Depends how fast you're moving. It depends. The brakes are brakes, right? You can only stop so fast. Yeah, I don't trust the OA on anything. It's nice that it's there and it'll get you out of trouble, hopefully, if you slip up, but I don't want to count on that stuff.
It certainly didn't work for me on the Phantom. I told you I hit two trees. I got caught in one tree and then I was able to gracefully get it to release from the leaf and come down, but the blade was kind of messed up on that one. And the first time I hit it, I hit the kill button. That's the worst thing you could do because it just drops like a brick from there, and that's when it shatters everything. That's when the skeleton on it all screwed up on there.
40 gigs of storage.
Gary says, Gary, are you running? Turn the cache off. I wonder if that would help if you turn the cache off.
That's all video files. That's not the app.
Throttle the cache way back and limit it because you can do that. I don't know. Usually, I thought it was limited to 2 gigs when you started the thing up, but maybe not. Check your cache
Chuck,
settings.
I got something for you. You know how Facebook has Facebook Memories? 3 years ago, ArtCo Drone Solution just hit 500. And Chuck is frozen.
I am?
Oh,
no,
you froze the second that you're better.
It's the internet's really bad here.
Okay.
In fact, when I walk out of this house, I have no internet at all for miles. Am I back?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, it comes and goes. It's dicey.
So, in case you didn't catch that, 3 years ago, ArtCo just hit 500 subscribers.
Oh, nice. I know where you're going with that. Yeah. We'll see.
Yep,
day at a time.
Keep plugging away. And YouTube just came out with some new stuff that's pretty exciting. If you go into analytics, you could really get a lot more detail on analytics on that. And also, for guys like me who are monetized, James has it on his channel where he's got the super thank you. So if you just have a video on and people want to, they could, it's kind of like having a super chat for your video.
And I want to give you a big thanks for your super thanks, Art. You've done it twice.
Yep.
Thank you for that.
So I just turned it on today. I just found out about it, and I go, oh, that's cool. I'll turn that on. And tomorrow, my video for the camera giveaway will be tomorrow evening. So if you like that video, throw a couple bucks.
Hey Art, how's
Might
your
pay for
I
the
Fly
postage.
Drones campaign? How's your I Fly Drones campaign working out for
Well, you know what? I do notice there's a little bit of an uptick on my views.
Okay.
I look
Just
at my
curious.
analytics and it's slowly but surely starting to go up, and we'll see how it goes in another week or so.
All right. I
The
was
last one
doubtful.
I did was,
I was doubtful. I admit
10
it.
seconds long.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. She must have
Where
been
I
impressed.
actually flew a drone. Yeah.
Actually flew a drone. I liked when you had the goggles on. The one a few iterations ago. The
Yep.
goggles on. I saw the logo on the side. I'm like, ooh, that's a nice logo.
Vaccine.
I have been giving those away all weekend.
Well, that's good.
People saw
That's
me.
good.
Well, people see
Oh,
me
by the
flying
way,
up
Chuck,
around like this abandoned. Huh?
one of your subscribers subscribed to my channel because on
That's
one of
cool.
your latest videos that I commented on,
Yeah.
one of your subscribers went over and checked out my channel and subscribed.
That's how it goes, though. People
Yep.
people see stuff and they float around. It's cool. Yeah. Well, Lori and I have picked up a bunch of people from the United Kingdom. Go figure.
Awesome.
Which is kind of
That's
cool.
cool.
Now they probably like seeing like the Catskill Mountains. They probably think that's cool because you don't usually see that too much. So, not that it's not out there. I mean, the place that Lori and I were at yesterday, when I got home, I looked. It was all over YouTube. It's been done, but we had fun exploring it. I flew the drone up around it, and these people are like, "Wow, that's really cool." I was like, "You have a YouTube channel?" Yeah. Here, I'll give you a sticker. You can check it out later if you want. Oh, cool. And then we went up to this fire tower, and these bunch of people from New York City, they were going up from the fire tower, and the mom was like down or whatever. One was down at ground level with me, and I had the drone. I was like, "You want a shot from you want a drone shot?" She's like, "You can do it?" I was like, "Yeah, you want video? I'll do a video. I can email it to you or something." "Oh, that'd be great." So I give her the sticker. I said, "Here, go to the channel, and then on the About tab, we have an email address. Go to the About tab and send me an email, and I'll email you the file back." She's like, "Oh, that'd be great. Thanks." So it's really cool, too, because they were on all different levels of the fire tower, and I'm flying up like this, straight up, like a crane shot, and they're like waving as I go by each one of them. It's kind of cool. Be great for TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's fun. It's fun. Good stuff.
I'll try to get my neighbor to send me a picture. He showed it to me a couple of days ago. While we were gone, something happened in the backyard. I'm like, "Why is my fence broken in the back? I got one of the pickets is like broken over in half." And he said, "Oh, let me show you a picture." And he shows me a picture on his phone that he took, and there's a deer that's half over on one side of the fence, and the rear legs are on the outside of the fence, and it was caught inside there, and it broke one of the. It was a baby. It was a fawn. It wasn't really that big. So he went over and put his arms around it, lifted up, and tossed it inside our yard. And
I thought that story was about to get dark. Okay.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a good Bambi story. It's not like the lizards with Marianne. It's not one of those kind of stories.
Put his arms around and hey.
So, as a matter of fact, he called in the wildlife people, because we have alligators over here, we have deer, we have a lot of wildlife in our area. And
You do have alligators in the Carolinas, huh? I didn't know that.
Oh, we have a
Are you talking about
lot.
the Philippines?
Oh, no. I've never seen a gator. Well, the only place I've seen gators and crocodiles in the Philippines is when they have these zoos set up where you go inside, and they're all caged and stuff like that. But I haven't seen anyone running around wild there. They have other reptiles. They have huge reptiles over there. The bayawak, the tuco, but the bayawak are the real big. They're like the the dragon lizards or whatever they call them.
Yeah, monitor lizard. Yeah,
Yeah, like the monitor
Komodo
lizards.
dragon.
But yeah, they have those over there.
Komodo.
But I think all of the, and I think they're crocodiles they have over there, and they're in like the zoos. They have them inside the zoos over there in places. I have a picture somewhere where we visit. I think we did one video on that. Oh, hold on. My neighbor just sent me the picture. Let me see if I get down. Yeah, hold on. Let me save it. Oh no, I don't have to save it. I just open it right here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, and then I should be able to share you this. Hold on.
That's funny.
I've
I've never seen a crocodile besides in captivity or on a boat where we actually went out to look for them. You know, what I mean, it's not like they're roaming around all over the place here. And I know they're here. Not crocodile, alligator. I know they're here. I hear about them all the time.
Okay.
The only ones I ever see are
yet.
the tire throw-offs on the highway. Call them alligators. Yeah.
Road gators.
Oh, here, he just sent me a video. I got to look at the video. So this is what I'm sending to you right now.
Oh,
So this is the deer. This is the deer.
That sucks.
But it's okay. It just got stuck. It got stuck there, and he went up there and he put his arms around and lifted him up over and got him over to the other side and ended up jumping over the fence the right way the second time. Let me see. He also sent me. He just sent me a video. I don't know let's see what the video is.
Maybe it's because I was a prison guard for a while, but I just saw danger there. I don't know.
I have audio. I remember I can't get my audio to share with you guys over there. So this is the wild. I think this is the wildlife guy trying to get here. Let me see if I can share this with you. This is the guy from the wildlife here. Share, but you're not going to get audio. I know you're not going to get audio if I do this. But share.
Why not?
I don't know. It's a weird thing with my Mac. I don't know.
yeah, you just click on that little thing that says share audio.
Yeah, you tell me this every single time, and it never seems to work for me. Let me try to download the file. So let me save it. Okay.
It's gonna get dark now. Yes, I was a corrections officer for several years, actually.
And did you ever correct anybody?
Yes. Yes, I did. I told them that's not the right door. You got to go over that way. There. Yeah, I corrected them. Yeah. Said, nope, it's not dinner time yet. Get back in your cell. I worked in corrections for the state in Pennsylvania, actually, and I did it down here for a little bit, but they don't pay down here, so right to work state.
Okay. It says
the Indians were better up north. I should have stayed with it and retired and took the pension.
This video uses a unique codec H.265 that your browser doesn't support. Probably to convert it to H.264. Ah, man. Well, maybe I could do this. Maybe I can play it in the background. There's always something. There's always something here.
Just describe it to us.
Here, hold on. Share screen. I'll share screen. It's real quick anyway. Here, let's see. You see this? Okay, then I'll hit the play button. This is the wildlife guide. Grabbing it. You couldn't hear that, right? You didn't hear that. It sounds like a.
Nope.
Oh, you hear you go wah wah. Yeah.
Nope.
Okay,
No audio.
so that's
you can turn audio on and off, but you.
I don't know. That was it. That sounded exactly like that. So you should have done that while the video was going on there. All right.
He looked delicious.
Let me thank him. Well, venison is a delicacy here in the South.
Oh yeah,
No doubt.
everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
I haven't had venison in a long time. Who's got some venison sausage they want to sell me?
Yeah.
I do.
My son lives in Oregon,
Nice.
and he lives in a place that's.
I don't know, Artie. What are you trying to say?
And
The Candyman. He's always giving me game food.
Candyman.
Well, my
Burgers.
wife is showing a strong interest in going out west and visiting Wyoming and all that because she watches these mountain men programs and all that, and these guys surviving. So sooner or later we're gonna go hang out with Ron and feed the deer in his backyard.
There you go.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, we got a little bit of everything here. We got deer. We got tons of squirrels all day long. The squirrels here.
Raccoons.
And the rabbits, raccoons. Yeah, raccoons. And,
I remember your raccoon videos. He used to have.
Yeah.
Same here. Squirrels, deer, raccoons.
I think that's where the koi went to, was the raccoons.
Gators, I guess. Sandhill cranes who own the neighborhood. You know they're protected. It's like a $50,000 fine if you get caught killing one. Nice. My dad told me that his uncle, when Italians eat everything. When they came down here, they used to shoot them in the front yard and just and eat them. So it's because of my dad's relatives that they probably protected them. And now these little bastards, they're not little actually, they're pretty big. You know what a sandhill crane is? They're real tall, long-legged, and they're protected. So they just wander around your front yard, wander into the street. You got to stop and wait for them. Can't startle them. You don't want to hurt them. You know, they attack your screen doors and anything with a reflective surface. You know, they'll kick the crap out of your patio doors.
Well, we have like the cranes, but what we have here is I think you pronounce them herons, Heron, herons. Yeah. We have those. They're all over the place. As a matter of fact, I had to put up a dummy, a mannequin heron right next to our koi pond to scare away because they're territorial. If they see one there, they won't land in until mating season, and then it actually attracts more of them around.
You put a big, buff, scary-looking heron there. My neighborhood, back off, bitch.
Not the overweight Ken heron.
I actually caught a blue heron with my drone, actually taken off at the on the North Fork. There, we see them over here. Herons, pelicans, a lot of wildlife here. I think I'm gonna go look at some tomorrow.
Chuck is back.
Hi, Chuck.
He's back.
Good seeing you.
I had to go get a SD card.
Carolina's beautiful though. You know what I mean? It's just cool enough in the winter time to actually know it's winter, but it doesn't get crazy cold. You know, and beautiful mountains.
Most of the time. Yeah, occasionally. Okay, even here on the coast.
It does. You know, but it's not a brutal winter like Minnesota or something. You know, I mean,
no, but it's still. What gets me is it's beautiful most of the year. Most of the probably 8 months out of the year, it's really beautiful. But around the end of November to December, January, and February, it's just like all the grass turns brown here. It's it goes into a dormant state. And then if you have any trees like the Japanese maple trees or anything, if you have those in your yard, all the leaves are gone off of that. They all fall and stuff like that. So it's like those are like the 3 months that. Because I'm an outdoors person. I like doing everything outdoors. I'm working in the garden, things like that. But that time of the year over here, it's just like I hate being stuck inside the house because there's really nothing to do outside. That's one of the nice things about the Philippines. It's like summer 365 days out of the year there.
Yeah, I don't know what that's like. Florida's a little warm. South Florida's fairly warm. Yeah. Actually,
I got so used. I got
72 degrees.
Yeah, I got so used to the climate and everything in the Philippines. I forgot what it was like to come back to the place. I came back in a t-shirt. I actually had cargo pants like coming back. But when we got to
cargo pants.
Yeah, where did we? Yeah, like 511. You know the 511. I always wear because they got the pockets everywhere. You can put your passport in those big baggy pockets on the side and things like that. I like those.
12 or
Where-
13 of them.
We landed in, oh crap, where was it? Was it Virginia? Virginia, I think it was Virginia. And we got into the airport. We got into the airport, and I'm like, holy crap, it's cold here. So this is all I had. I had like a t-shirt on, and the airport, inside the airport was freezing, walking through everything. So we ended up, Ness and I we went to one of the shirt and sweater. We got a hoodie sweatshirt.
$50 hoodies. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that much. And how much was those sweatshirts we got? Where was that we landed? Do you remember? Oh, she's ignoring me.
It's cheaper if you wait till you stop at a truck stop and you buy them for $12.
It was Seattle, not what? It wasn't Virginia. It was Seattle.
Oh,
we landed in SeaTac, and I could feel it when the door opened. You know, the little corridor that connects up to the side. I could feel the air blowing through that crack on the side, and there was like, they got the air conditioner turned on really high out there, and I'm like, no, that's outside coming through here.
Yep.
And then the whole
it's like
airport
when I came back from Florida to Denver.
You know, not a
nightmare.
Not a planner, are you, James?
Not a planner. No. I gotta tell
planner.
you, I travel because we have a full complement of everything here. All our clothes and everything's here. And then so when I travel, the only thing I carry is either one of those little tiny backpack, the small one, or if I don't carry that, I carry one of those small travel bags that has a little T handle that pops out that you put in the overhead baggage. That's all I carry with me.
Good night.
Like one change of clothes, and if I get stuck someplace where I have to have my bathroom stuff, I have my bathroom. That's really all I carry with me when I travel.
Yeah, but those airports see you guys coming. They've got all that stuff ready for you, waiting.
They do.
Yeah,
They know there's going to be some silly person from the Philippines flying into here, realizing that it's cold as hell.
Some
here.
warm place, yeah.
And they're going to need a $50 sweatshirt.
That's the ironic thing. My Filipino wife misses the winter. Oh, I'd say, yeah, stick your head in the freezer. I really miss being in the cold weather. We want to go. No, it's okay. Grew up in it.
Take her to Minnesota in the wintertime.
You know what? We can always go indoors. That's like people say, it's too humid in Florida. It's hot all of the. It doesn't get Arizona hot here. You know what I mean? It gets in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
But the humidity. So you know what? Every building is AC here. Got central air in every single building. It's got air conditioning in most every single car. So if it's too much, you just go in and cool off. That's all. If it wasn't for AC, Florida would probably have 300,000 people living in it instead of 21 million. Yeah. And that was the invention of AC is what did that.
Oh, you're down in Florida, Bill?
Yeah. That's why I was joking about the weather. You
guys are in the news every day now. There's always something going on down in Florida.
Yeah, I know.
I know that's for Art Show for tomorrow, but every time I turn on the news, it's Florida this, Florida that.
They want to attack us because things are going well here. We open.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging.
No. I know what you're saying though, and it's. Well, first of all, it's the third most populous state in the country, so there's going to be news stories that come out of this state. You know what I mean? Well, it's a fairly wealthy state, the conservative politics versus the liberal politics is coming up quite a bit, and they used Florida and Texas, as an example of how they butted heads with the government, and we're doing better than most of the blue states. As far as COVID and our economy and everything else, and. We're just happy to say, told you so.
Yeah, but when you start attacking Mickey Mouse, come on, Bill. When you start attacking Mickey Mouse, that's
nobody attacked Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse attacked the government. They're talking about a bill that passed, and they're calling it "Don't Say Gay." And people actually think that DeSantis called it that. I had somebody at work And this is a smart guy too. He goes, "Oh, that's what DeSantis calls it, right? Don't say gay." No, 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 no. There's nothing about being gay in that bill. There's nothing about not saying gay. There's nothing about you can't talk about any of that. It's baloney. It's a bill saying that you can't teach sex education to kids between kindergarten and third grade. So teachers can't get themselves involved in genders and sex education, and that's already part of the Florida state curriculum as the teachers are concerned. He just made it a law because they've been breaking it. And I mean, they interview these teachers. There's one from Miami that said, "I'd say at least 25 kids in my at least 25 kids in my class are transgender." She actually said that. You know what?
Oh.
At 5 years old, you mean they don't like girls yet, or the girls don't like boys yet? Really? Is that surprising? I mean, it's just nuts, and they really blew it out of proportion. And Mickey Land there, Disneyland has been living as a fiefdom since it opened up. They actually don't have to answer to anybody as far as taxation. They've been getting incredible breaks.
Yeah, well,
Now they decided to open their mouth and criticize a bill that 60-some-odd% of the public support, and now they're getting their ass kicked because of it a little bit, But they'll work it all out. It'll be fine, But if they move, guess what? We got Six Flags. We got all kinds of
ocean.
We got the ocean. No, but there's all kinds of parks. Universal. They want to move.
Did they say? I haven't heard that. Did they say in the news?
No, that's another bunch of shit. Somebody online there. Texas has invited Disneyland. No, they didn't. One liberal judge said one liberal judge, and NBC grabbed MSNBC, excuse me, jumped on that and said Texas is inviting Disneyland. No, it wasn't. It was one liberal judge that says that Florida is anti-business.
Yeah,
I don't think the state with no state income tax. That one, we're anti-business.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's crazy.
I don't think that'll ever happen. It's too large. It's the logistics alone trying to do something like that. It's just,
it's crazy. I mean, they'll be fine. They'll work it out. They need to stay out of politics. I don't care how big they are. They shouldn't be butting heads with the government when it comes to that, because it has no effect on them whatsoever. It's all playing to the woke crowd, and it's baloney. They actually don't say. They used to say, "Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls," to the They no longer say that. They actually intentionally say there's no such thing as a boy or a girl, and there's no such thing as a man or a woman anymore, as far in Disney's eyes. Walt Disney is turning over in his grave. Gotta be. And it's crazy. Why do you even get involved with any of that? It's a family.
His head is probably spinning around in that jar.
Why do you got to get involved in that? It's crazy. It would cost them billions more. It's going to cost them hundreds of millions if the new law passes. Well, not hundreds of millions. It's going to cost them millions if this new law passes. They have the ability to just bypass zoning regulations and just open up because they're basically granted powers like they're their own city. That's what they've had all these years. Well, they shouldn't have had that in the first place. They don't need it. They don't need it to make money. They make plenty of money. The place is packed every day. And part of the reason they're packed is because the weather's great here. The attack. It's just a great. Florida's a great place to live, and I'm glad I came down. It was the best move I ever made. Let's come along.
Let me start the rumor here. I heard that Disney might be moving to the Philippines. Okay, so.
Oh, there you go.
They should open a Disney.
Well, yeah, I mean, they did it in France. They did it in Japan. Wherever else around, I don't know. I'm sure there's other places, but I've been to the one in France before. But it's a different feeling. The one in France was a different feeling than going to Disney down in Florida. It was a much different.
Mickey. It's a lot of cheese. Mickey's eating a lot of cheese. Whole state of Florida is loaded with lizards. Not one on Disney. That's interesting. I got a lot of lizards. I was kind of amused by the guys that came down for the meetup, because I don't know if you know about the meetup, Jim. You know about the meetup, right? The South Florida drone meetup that we just had. There was like 100 guys that came here, and they were just really taken by the lizards that they saw. They're the drones and the pictures, and wow, it's like Yeah, those little fuckers are constantly getting in my shutters over. They'll go behind my shutters because it's warm back there, with the sun beating on it, and they're scraping the paint off the side of my house. I'm not that thrilled with them.
Well, if anybody wants to rent out Marianne, they'll take care of your lizard issue.
Yeah.
Who's Marianne?
This is my dog.
That's
My
her-
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no lizards. I have no lizards in the backyard because
Her delicacy is lizards.
I've got 2 Shih Tzus, and one of them thinks she's a hunting dog because she just there's no vermin in my backyard whatsoever. Because they only make that mistake one time.
Send Bill the link to the lizard video.
Yeah.
You have it on your site too. You have it on yours.
You're not allowed to fence your front yard. Otherwise, the dogs would be in the front yard chasing them out too. But yeah, they're all over the place. They're pretty. You get the real big ones that are all the different colors and like that. Especially certain times of the year that they're mating and all that.
Yep.
The
The iguanas. And in your area, you've got the red-headed agamas, which are native of the Bahamas.
I haven't seen an iguana yet. They've hit a little more south of me.
They're down there south of Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, and then when they get a cold weather, you got to watch out because they
fall out of the trees. Yep,
they hibernate and fall out of the trees and hurt people. Yeah, iguanas. But that's south of here. We don't have that issue here. What we have lately is coyotes, and we'll see them. And they're not big, and there's not lots of them, but you'll see sightings on people. People will share their Ring videos of a coyote at night, running around the neighborhood. And
here in Colorado.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, people are like, "Oh, that's because we've infringed on their, domain, and we're expanding too much, and it's our fault, and blah blah blah." Well, guess what? Coyotes are they're not native to Florida. They were brought here for hunting purposes, to hunt them down and kill them. And they in the 1920s, they were actually brought here by hunting groups, and enough of them escaped that they've and because we killed all the wolves, which were their natural enemy, because we don't have any wolves anymore, then now they're infringing on our territory. The bastards, the stinky, scrawny looking bitches. Anyway, so we do see coyotes on occasion on our ring.
Don't sugarcoat it, Bill. Don't sugarcoat it.
Well, you got to watch out. They'll attack small children and pets.
Yeah.
And
so the gators. So the gators.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. No, you got the Everglades. There's plenty of undeveloped property in Florida. I mean, it's 22 million people here, but still, by and large, the majority of Florida is wide open.
Well, that's what amazes me about South Carolina, because we went. My dad is staying at a place that's about 45 miles from here, and driving between here and there, it's like no man's land. You look at the side, you'll see a house, and it looks like the house is just sitting on about 40 acres of land, all these houses all out there with all these big, huge lawns that they have outside there that you have to have a riding tractor to be able to cut the yards inside these places right here. But there's a lot of land. It's so different from when you drive in the Philippines. It's like everything is shack on top of shack on top of shack. Everything is so claustrophobic and things, but not here. There's still a lot of land over here.
Sure, and the United States too. The United States is huge and is so much undeveloped property. I mean, you fly anywhere around this country and it's a whole lot of nothing in between the urban areas. A whole lot of trees, a whole lot of open area and like that. There's plenty of room. Mm-hmm. Come on down. Our border's open. Come on in.
I knew you were going to go there.
I'm going to stay away. I was too much politics already.
Yeah, that's tomorrow's show, an arts show.
Yep. Well, guys, we've done about 2 hours and 20 minutes, and everybody is escaping over to Adrian's channel. So I think it's about time to call it a night. And
that's why he stopped in here, to steal your people. Now I understand that Floridian.
All right, everybody in the chat, thank you for coming, and we'll catch you next week. And Have a great weekend. See you next month. Bye-bye.
Good seeing everybody.
Nice talking to you, James. Maybe I'll come up to South Carolina.